You close your eyes, you rest, you sleep, but your brain keeps learning English. Every word enters slowly. Every sentence stays inside you. You sleep, and your English grows. Tonight, I will guide you with simple daily routines in easy English. Relax, listen, and let your brain learn while your body rests. Chapter 1. I wake up. The morning is the start of everything. It is the first moment, the first chance, the first step into a new life. When I open my eyes, I do not just wake up from sleep. I wake up to possibility. I wake up to change. I wake up to a new version of myself. Every single day is a gift. Every single morning is a chance to begin again. When you wake up, you are not only starting a day, you are starting your story. I open my eyes slowly. I feel the air. I feel my body. I feel that I am alive. This small moment is powerful. Many people do not think about it. They wake up and rush. They wake up and complain. But when you learn to respect this moment, your whole life changes. The first breath, the first stretch, the first smile, it is the door to a better day. I say to myself, I am awake. These 3 words are simple, but they are strong. They remind me that life is here, that I am here, that I have another chance. You see, you do not need big speeches to change your life. You only need small truths. I am awake. Repeat it. Feel it. Believe it. When I wake up, I stretch my arms. I stretch my legs. I move my body gently. It feels like I am telling myself, I am ready. It is simple, but it is beautiful. You may think it is boring. Yes, it is boring. But boring is powerful. When life feels too big, too loud, too fast, boring is what brings peace. And peace is what makes you grow. I breathe deeply. In, out, in, out. I listen to my own breath. It is slow. It is calm. It is life. You are breathing right now. Do you feel it? This is your proof that you are alive. This is your reminder that today is yours. I do not pick up my phone. I do not start with noise. I start with myself. I tell myself one positive word. Maybe I say thank you. Maybe I say strong. Maybe I say peace. This word becomes the color of my morning. If I say thank you, I see gratitude. If I say strong, I feel power. If I say peace, I live calm. You can do this too. Pick your word. Say it when you wake up. Let it guide you. Sometimes I wake up tired. Sometimes I do not want to move. But then I remember why I wake up. I wake up for growth. I wake up for learning. I wake up for my dream. You may be learning English. Maybe it feels slow. Maybe it feels hard. But remember this. Every morning is a new chance to practice. Every morning is a new chance to repeat a sentence. Every morning is a new chance to improve. When I wake up, I remind myself, one small step every day creates a big life. One small sentence every morning creates a strong voice. Maybe you wake up and only say one English sentence. I am awake. That is enough. Tomorrow you can add more. You can say, I am awake. I am happy. The next day you can add again, I am awake. I am happy. I am ready. This is how you grow. Step by step. Word by word. Morning by morning. I sit up slowly. I do not rush. I let my body feel calm. I put my feet on the floor. I smile. It is a small smile, but it matters. This smile is like a key. It opens the door to the rest of my day. Even if nothing is perfect, I can smile. Even if the day will be difficult, I can smile. That smile tells my brain, I am strong. I can do this. I look around me. Maybe I see my room. Maybe I see the light. Maybe I see nothing special. But I do not need special. Ordinary is enough. Ordinary is what teaches us. Ordinary is where we find our power. When you wake up, look around. Find one thing to feel grateful for. Maybe it is your bed. Maybe it is the morning light. Maybe it is simply your breath. Gratitude grows confidence. Gratitude grows peace. I wake up, and I remember. The day is new. The past is finished. The future is waiting. But the present is here. I do not live yesterday. I do not worry about tomorrow. I live this moment. This morning. This breath. This is where my strength begins. So when you wake up tomorrow, do not see it as boring. Do not see it as small. See it as a gift. Smile. Stretch. Breathe. Say, I am awake. Let your English grow in this moment. Let your heart grow in this moment. The first minute of the day is your chance to be powerful. Take it. Live it. Enjoy it. Every day you wake up, you are not the same person as yesterday. You are stronger. You are wiser. You are closer to your dream. So wake up with love. Wake up with hope. Wake up with English in your mouth and courage in your heart. Chapter 2. I brush my teeth. The morning continues. I stand up. I take small steps. I walk to the bathroom. This is the beginning of one of the simplest routines of life. I brush my teeth. Maybe you think this is boring. Maybe you think this does not matter. But it matters more than you know. Brushing your teeth is not only about cleaning. It is about starting fresh. It is about discipline. It is about respect for yourself. And when you learn English, you need the same thing: freshness, discipline, respect for yourself. I take my brush. I hold it in my hand. I look at it. It is small, but it has power. The brush keeps my mouth clean. The brush helps me speak with confidence. Without it, I cannot smile freely. Without it, I cannot talk without worry. Do you see? This small object makes a big difference. The same is true with English words. A small word looks simple, but one small word can change your life. I put toothpaste on the brush. A little, not too much. Just enough. Life is also like that. You do not need too much. You only need enough. Many learners think they need to learn 1,000 words in one day. They think they need to know every grammar rule now. But that is too much. Too much creates stress. Too much creates fear. Like toothpaste, a small amount is enough to clean. A small amount of English is enough to start. I put the brush in my mouth. I move it up and down. I move it left and right. The sound is soft. The movement is slow. But every second counts. Every second makes my teeth cleaner. Learning English is the same. Every second you listen. Every second you read. Every second you repeat. It looks small, but it builds a strong foundation. You may not see the change today, but after days, after weeks, after months, the change will be clear. As I brush, I look in the mirror. I see myself. I see my face. I see my eyes. I see my life. The mirror does not lie. The mirror shows the truth. Sometimes, I do not like what I see. Maybe I see tired eyes. Maybe I see worry. But the mirror also gives me power. It tells me, this is you. This is real. And you can improve. English learning also has a mirror. When you speak, you hear your mistakes. When you listen, you hear what you do not understand. But this mirror is not an enemy. This mirror is your friend. It shows you the truth so you can grow. I keep brushing. I do not stop quickly. I take my time. I move slowly. I let the brush do its work. That is what you must do with English too. Do not rush. Do not try to be perfect in one day. Move slowly. Repeat. Let the process work. Every brush is progress. Every word is progress. I spit. I wash. I clean my mouth with water. The taste is fresh. The feeling is good. It is like new energy. I feel awake. I feel ready. This is what English practice does to your brain. At first, maybe it feels heavy. At first, maybe it feels hard. But when you finish, you feel fresh. You feel stronger. You feel ready to go out and speak. Some people skip brushing their teeth. They say, I am too busy. Or they say, I will do it later. But skipping does not help. Skipping makes life harder. If you do not brush, your mouth feels bad. You lose confidence. The same is true for English. If you skip practice, you lose rhythm. You lose flow. You lose confidence. Do not skip. Even if it is short, do it. Even if it is simple, do it. I smile after brushing. I smile because my mouth is clean. I smile because I feel ready. Smiling is important. It is a small thing, but it changes everything. When you smile, you feel better. When you smile, people want to talk to you. When you smile, your English becomes stronger. Why? Because confidence is the key. A clean mouth, a bright smile, and simple words can open doors in life. I put my brush back. I know I will use it again tomorrow. The same brush, the same action, the same routine. It never stops. It is boring. But boring is what creates strength. Boring is what creates success. The same with English. Repetition is boring. Repeating one sentence again and again feels boring. But that boring repetition is the secret. That boring repetition makes you fluent. So tomorrow, when you brush your teeth, do not think it is nothing. Think it is a lesson. Tell yourself, this brush teaches me discipline. This brush teaches me to respect myself. This brush teaches me to grow. And while brushing, maybe say one English sentence. Maybe say, I brush my teeth. Then the next day say, I brush my teeth. I am clean. The day after say, I brush my teeth. I am clean. I am ready. See how the small builds into the big. See how boring becomes powerful. Chapter 3. I wash my face. After brushing my teeth, I walk slowly to the sink. I turn on the water. I put my hands under it. The water is cool. The water is fresh. I take the water in my hands and I bring it to my face. I wash my face. This action is simple. This action is small. But it is powerful. It wakes me up. It makes me feel alive. It tells me, today is yours. Start fresh. When I wash my face, I feel the water touch my skin. I feel clean. I feel ready. Many people think this moment is boring. They do not see the meaning. But if you look closer, you will see it. Water is not only cleaning the skin. Water is cleaning the mind. Water is cleaning the spirit. It is like a reset button. Yesterday is gone. Mistakes are gone. Worries are gone. The new day is here. I close my eyes as the water runs down. I listen to the sound. It is soft. It is peaceful. This sound tells me, slow down. Be calm. You are safe. Learning English is the same. You must sometimes slow down. You must be calm. You must remind yourself that you are safe. Mistakes are not danger. Mistakes are not failure. They are only water. They come. They go. They pass. I look into the mirror. My face is wet. My hair is messy. But I see a person who is ready to try again. I see a person who is not perfect, but who is growing. That is what matters. Not perfect. Growing. The same is true for English. You may not speak perfect English. You may not understand everything. But you are growing. Every word is water on your face. Every lesson is a wash for your mind. I dry my face with a towel. The towel is soft. The towel makes me warm. I smile. It feels good to be clean. It feels good to be ready. That smile is important. It is a small signal to my brain. It tells me, you are starting well. You can do this. When you study English, give yourself small signals too. Clap for yourself. Smile at yourself. Say, good job. These little actions are more powerful than you think. Sometimes, I remember the days when I did not care. I would wake up and go out without washing my face. I did not feel fresh. I did not feel confident. People noticed. My energy was low. But when I began to respect this routine, everything changed. I felt better. I looked better. I acted better. The same happens with English. If you ignore it, if you skip practice, your confidence is low. But if you respect the routine, if you give time, everything changes. I tell myself as I wash, this is my restart. You can tell yourself too. Every morning, when you wash your face, think, this is not just water. This is my restart. This is my chance. Because in life, we all need restarts. We all need fresh beginnings. The water gives you that. English also gives you that. It is a fresh beginning to connect with the world. It is a fresh beginning to meet people, to share your story, to grow into someone new. The water feels cold sometimes. The cold shocks me. It makes me fully awake. It makes me open my eyes. Sometimes English feels cold too. Sometimes it shocks you. Maybe you try to listen, and you understand nothing. Maybe you try to speak, and you freeze. But remember, the cold does not kill you. The cold wakes you up. The challenge does not break you. The challenge makes you grow. I think about how many times in my life I have washed my face. Thousands. Maybe millions. I do not count. But I know one thing. Every time it works. Every time I feel fresh. Every time I feel ready. That is the secret. Small actions, repeated daily, build strong habits. English works the same way. One small word, one small sentence, repeated again and again, builds a strong skill. You do not need magic. You only need patience. So tomorrow morning, when you wash your face, I want you to remember this. Do not think, it is nothing. Think, this is my lesson. As you feel the water, imagine English words flowing into your mind. As you clean your face, imagine your fears washing away. As you smile at your reflection, imagine yourself speaking English with courage. Connect the routine with your dream. I wash my face, and I feel new. I wash my face, and I feel hope. I wash my face, and I feel ready. Simple words. Simple actions. But they make life better. They make English learning better too. Boring? Yes. But boring is the door to greatness. Chapter 4. I drink water. After I wash my face, I feel fresh. My body feels light. But there is something missing. My body needs energy. My body needs life. So I take a glass. I fill it with water. I hold the glass in my hand. I look at the water. It is clear. It is simple. It is quiet. But it is the secret of life. I drink water. The first sip is cold. The first sip is strong. I feel it moving inside me. I feel alive. I feel new. This is such a small action. Such a boring action. But it is powerful. Without water, I cannot live. Without water, I cannot grow. The same is true for English. Without practice, your words cannot live. Without repetition, your skills cannot grow. Small, simple, boring practice is the water for your language. I take another sip. Slowly, calmly. I do not rush. I taste it. I feel it. My body thanks me. My mind thanks me. You see, water is more than water. Water is discipline. Water is self-love. Water is health. Drinking it tells me that I care for myself. Learning English is the same. Every time you practice, you are saying, I care for my future. I care for my voice. I care for myself. I think about people who do not drink enough water. They feel weak. They feel tired. They feel lost. And then I think about people who do not practice English. They also feel weak. They also feel lost. They feel nervous to speak. But just like drinking water, practicing English is simple. You do not need hours. You only need small sips. A few minutes. A few sentences. And every sip gives you strength. I drink slowly. I feel the water travel inside. It wakes up every part of me. It tells me, you are ready. You are strong. I look at the glass. It is half empty. I drink more. I finish it. I put the glass down. And I smile. I know I gave my body what it needed. The same satisfaction comes when you finish one English lesson. It may be short. It may be simple. But it gives you exactly what you need. Sometimes, I think about how water is boring. It has no color. It has no taste. It is not exciting. But it is the most important drink in the world. Life depends on it. This is the same with simple English sentences. They may look boring. They may feel small. But they are the most important foundation for fluency. I wake up. I drink water. I sit down. Boring, but strong. Without them, you cannot build more. I hold the empty glass. I think about how I will drink again later. Morning, afternoon, night. I will drink again and again. It never stops. It never ends. That is how habits work. That is how English works too. You cannot learn once and stop. You must return every day, again and again. Like drinking water, you repeat. That is the secret. That is the truth. I remember days when I ignored water. I drank soda. I drank sugar. I drank everything except water. I felt weak. I felt heavy. I felt tired. In the same way, some learners ignore simple English. They look for shortcuts. They look for fast tricks. They want magic. But magic does not work. Just like soda cannot replace water, shortcuts cannot replace practice. Only simple, daily practice gives real results. I drink another glass. My body feels stronger. My heart feels calm. I realize something. Water is life, but water is also a teacher. It teaches patience. It teaches balance. It teaches that small things matter. English is also a teacher. It teaches you that small steps matter. It teaches you that simple words carry power. It teaches you that boring is not useless. Boring is the foundation of everything. When you drink water tomorrow, I want you to stop and think. Do not just drink. Feel it. Say to yourself, this is growth. This is power. This is life. And maybe add one English sentence. Say, I drink water. Then smile. The next day, add another word. Say, I drink water slowly. Then the next day more. I drink water slowly. I feel strong. In just 1 week, you already speak more. That is how growth happens. Small. Simple. Repeated. I finish my water. I take a deep breath. I feel grateful. I feel ready for the day. This moment may look small, but it is not small. It is life. It is energy. It is motivation. The same with English practice. It may look small, but every word is energy. Every sentence is life. Every routine builds your future. So drink your water. Respect the small. Respect the boring. Respect the simple. Because in the end, the simple things create the strongest life. Chapter 5. I sit. After I drink water, I do something very simple. I sit. That is all. I sit on a chair. I sit on the bed. Sometimes I sit on the floor. I do not move. I just sit. It may look boring. It may look empty. But it is not. Sitting is power. Sitting is control. Sitting is peace. When I sit, I stop the rush. I stop the noise. I stop the endless movement of the world. The world outside is fast. People run. Cars go. Phones ring. Screens flash. But when I sit, all of that goes away. For one moment, I am still. And in that stillness, I find myself. I put my hands on my knees. I straighten my back. I take a deep breath. In. Out. Slowly. Calmly. I listen to my breath. It is quiet. It is steady. It is life. This small action brings me back to the present. I am not in yesterday. I am not in tomorrow. I am here. I am now. And now is the only place where I can grow. Sitting teaches patience. It teaches balance. It teaches that not every moment needs action. Some moments need calm. Some moments need silence. When you learn English, you must understand this. It is not only about talking. It is not only about speaking fast. Sometimes you must stop. Sometimes you must listen. Sometimes you must sit with the language. Let the words enter you. Let the sounds grow in your mind. I close my eyes while I sit. I see nothing, but I feel everything. I feel my body. I feel my breath. I feel my thoughts. And I let them be. I do not fight them. I do not run from them. I let them stay. This is how learning works too. Do not fight the mistakes. Do not run from the hard parts. Sit with them. Accept them. They will pass. They will teach you. They will make you stronger. Sometimes people laugh when they see someone just sitting. They say, that person is doing nothing. But it is not nothing. It is training. It is training the mind to be calm. It is training the heart to be steady. The same happens when you repeat a simple English sentence. People may think, that is nothing, but it is not nothing. It is training. It is strength. It is growth. When I sit, I also think about gratitude. I think, I am alive. I can breathe. I can learn. I can grow. Gratitude makes the heart soft. Gratitude makes the mind clear. Gratitude makes English learning easier too. When you say, I am thankful for this lesson. I am thankful for this word. I am thankful for this chance. Your brain relaxes. You stop feeling pressure. You start feeling joy. And joy makes you learn faster. I sit and I smile. Just a small smile. Nobody sees it. Nobody knows it. But I know it. And it changes me. A smile in silence is like a secret power. It tells my brain, you are okay. You are safe. You can do this. When you learn English, give yourself that smile. Even when you are alone. Especially when you are alone. That smile becomes your friend. That smile makes you strong. I remember times when I did not sit. I always moved. I always rushed. I never stopped. My mind was full of noise. I could not focus. I could not grow. But when I started sitting, even for a few minutes, everything changed. Sitting gave me back my power. English will do the same for you. When you sit with English, when you repeat words, when you take time, it gives you back your power. The beauty of sitting is that it costs nothing. You need no tools. You need no money. You only need yourself. The same with English practice. You do not need a special book. You do not need a teacher every time. You do not need expensive things. You only need yourself. You can sit, speak one sentence, and grow. That is enough. So tomorrow, after you wake up, after you brush, after you wash, after you drink, sit. Just sit. Breathe. Smile. Say one sentence. Maybe say, I sit. That is enough. The next day, add more. I sit. I am calm. Then the next day, I sit. I am calm. I am ready. Step by step, the power grows. I sit and I feel peace. I sit and I feel power. I sit and I feel alive. This moment is boring, but boring is good. Boring is the secret to growth. If you respect the boring, you will find the extraordinary. Chapter 6. I smile. After I sit, something natural happens. I smile. It is not forced. It is not big. It is small and soft. But it is real. And that small smile changes everything. It changes my morning. It changes my mood. It changes the way I see the day. A smile looks simple, but it carries power. It carries light. It carries hope. When I smile, my brain feels different. Science says that even a fake smile can make you feel better. But when you smile from the heart, it is even stronger. It tells your mind, you are safe. You are strong. You are ready. This one little action is like a key. It opens the door to confidence. It opens the door to courage. And courage is what you need to grow. Courage is what you need to speak. I smile at myself in the mirror. At first, it feels strange. It feels funny. But then I realize something. The person in the mirror is my first friend. The person in the mirror is the one who will always be with me. If I cannot smile at myself, how can I smile at the world? So I smile. I look into my own eyes, and I say with my smile, I believe in you. That belief is important. You must believe in yourself before anyone else believes in you. Learning English also needs a smile. If you always look serious, if you always look afraid, the words do not come easily. But when you smile, your body relaxes. Your voice becomes clear. Your energy becomes warm. People feel safe to talk to you. Even if your English is not perfect, your smile is perfect. And people remember that. I think about days when I forgot to smile. Those days felt heavy. Every problem looked bigger. Every mistake looked harder. But when I smiled, suddenly life was lighter. Suddenly problems looked smaller. Suddenly mistakes felt like teachers instead of enemies. This is the magic of a smile. It turns pain into power. It turns fear into hope. It turns silence into connection. When I smile, I also send a message to the world. It says, I am open. I am kind. I am ready to connect. Sometimes, strangers smile back. Sometimes, they do not. But that is not the point. The point is that I gave kindness. The point is that I gave light. And when you give, you always receive something back, even if it is just peace in your own heart. I remember one morning when I was very tired. I did not want to work. I did not want to study. Everything felt heavy. But then I stood in front of the mirror and I made myself smile. Just a little. Just for a few seconds. And slowly, that smile became real. Slowly, my energy changed. I began to feel lighter. That one smile saved my day. That one smile reminded me that I still had strength inside me. You can do the same with English. Maybe you feel tired. Maybe you feel shy. Maybe you feel slow. But before you speak, smile. Even if it is small. Even if it feels strange. That smile will tell your brain, you can do this. That smile will tell your heart, do not be afraid. That smile will open the door for your voice to come out. I sit. I breathe. I smile. 3 simple actions. But together, they are powerful. They build a strong morning. They build a strong mind. They build a strong learner. Do not think they are boring. Do not think they are small. They are the foundation. Without them, nothing stands. With them, everything grows. Smiling also makes learning fun. If you smile when you repeat sentences, you remember them better. If you smile while you listen, you enjoy it more. If you smile when you practice, you feel less stress. Your brain loves joy. Your brain learns faster when it is happy. That is why children learn so quickly. They play. They laugh. They smile. You can learn like that too. So tomorrow, when you wake up, do not forget this gift. Smile. Smile at yourself. Smile at your family. Smile at your dreams. Smile at your English. Because every smile tells the universe, I am here. I am ready. I will grow. I smile, and I feel light. I smile, and I feel brave. I smile, and I feel hope. This action is boring. This action is small. But it carries the power to change your day. And if you repeat it every morning, it will change your life.
Bell, don't forget to subscribe channel Basic English Story and turn on notifications.
Bread. Maybe fruit. Maybe tea. Maybe milk. It is not fancy. It is not big. But it is enough. And it gives me energy. Breakfast is more than food. Breakfast is a message. It tells my body, you are important. It tells my brain, you will have power. It tells my heart, you can move forward. Many people skip breakfast. They say they have no time. They say it is not important. But skipping makes you weak. Skipping takes your energy away. Skipping steals your focus. The same is true with English. If you skip your daily practice, you lose energy. You lose focus. You lose growth. Small practice, like small breakfast, makes you strong. I take a bite of bread. Slowly. I chew. I taste it. I enjoy it. This moment is calm. This moment is mine. I do not rush. I do not stress. I eat slowly, and I feel grateful. Learning English must be the same. Do not rush to finish. Do not stress about being perfect. Take small bites. Repeat slowly. Enjoy the taste of new words. Enjoy the sound of new sentences. Step by step, you grow stronger. I drink my tea. It is warm. It feels good inside. It makes me calm. It makes me ready. Tea is not powerful like coffee, but it is gentle, and gentle is enough. Gentle gives balance. Your English does not need to be powerful all at once. You do not need big, difficult words to prove yourself. Gentle words are enough. Simple words are enough. A calm, clear voice is enough. I eat fruit. Maybe an apple. Maybe a banana. The taste is sweet. The colors are bright. They remind me of life. They remind me of joy. And I think about English again. When you learn, add color. Do not make it only serious. Add joy. Add fun. Listen to music. Watch a story. Laugh. Smile. Make English taste sweet. That is how you will love it. Sometimes my breakfast is small. Sometimes it is only one egg. Sometimes it is only a piece of bread. But even if it is small, it helps me. It gives me power. It starts my day. The same with English practice. Even 5 minutes helps. Even one sentence helps. Even one new word helps. Do not think small is useless. Small is the beginning of big. I remember days when I skipped breakfast. I was tired. I was slow. I was not focused. My whole day felt heavy. The same happened when I skipped English practice. I lost rhythm. I lost confidence. I forgot words. That is why I learned one lesson. Do not skip what gives you energy. Do not skip what gives you growth. Breakfast feeds your body. English practice feeds your dream. As I eat, I sometimes close my eyes. I say thank you. Thank you for this food. Thank you for this day. Gratitude makes the meal stronger. Gratitude makes my heart peaceful. Gratitude makes me grow. You can do the same. Say thank you for every word you learn. Say thank you for every chance to practice. Say thank you for this journey. Gratitude will make your English stronger. Gratitude will make your life better. I finish my meal. I feel good. I feel ready. It is a simple breakfast. It is not big. It is not special. But it gives me everything I need. This is the secret of life. The simple things are the strongest. The boring things are the most powerful. Eating breakfast every day makes you healthy. Practicing English every day makes you fluent. So tomorrow morning, when you sit down to eat, remember this lesson. Do not just eat. Feel it. Taste it. Respect it. Say to yourself, this breakfast gives me energy. This breakfast gives me life. Then add one English sentence. Say, I eat breakfast. Then smile. The next day add more. Say, I eat breakfast. I feel strong. After a week, you will already speak more. After a month, you will feel confident. Step by step. Bite by bite. Word by word. I eat breakfast and I feel alive. I eat breakfast and I feel ready. I eat breakfast and I feel hope. It is boring. It is simple. But it is powerful. Respect the small. Respect the boring. Respect the routine. Because this is how life grows. Because this is how English grows. Chapter 8. I walk outside. After breakfast, I open the door. I step outside. The air touches my face. The light touches my eyes. The world is waiting for me. I take a step, then another. I walk outside. It is so simple. It is so normal. But it feels big. It feels powerful. Because walking outside is more than moving. Walking outside is meeting life. When I walk, I see people. Some are smiling. Some are rushing. Some are quiet. I hear sounds. Cars. Birds. Voices. The world is alive. And I am part of it. Every step tells me, you belong here. You are not alone. You are walking forward. That message is strong. That message is hope. Walking is boring, people say. Walking is nothing special. But think about it. Every journey begins with one step. Every dream begins with one step. Every goal begins with one step. Without walking, we go nowhere. Without small steps, we never arrive. That is why walking is important. That is why small steps in English are important too. I look at the trees. Green leaves. Quiet branches. They do not rush. They stand. They grow. Slowly. Patiently. I look at the sky. Sometimes blue. Sometimes gray. Sometimes full of clouds. But always there. Always strong. The world outside teaches me something. Growth takes time. Growth takes patience. Growth takes small, steady steps. I walk and I breathe. Deep in. Slow out. My mind becomes clear. My body feels light. I remember that life is not only about sitting inside. Life is about moving. Life is about seeing. Life is about connecting. When you learn English, you must also walk outside. Do not only study in books. Do not only listen in silence. Step out. Use it. Speak it. Connect with people. English is not just words. English is a bridge to the world. Sometimes I walk slowly. I look at every detail. A child playing. A shop opening. A bird flying. Each detail is a story. Each detail is life. This reminds me that English is also made of details. A small word. A small sound. A small mistake. Do not ignore them. They are part of the story. They are part of your growth. Other times I walk faster. I feel energy. My heart beats strong. My body feels alive. That is also important. Some days in English, you move fast. You learn quickly. You speak with flow. Other days you move slow. You learn little. Both are good. Both are growth. Both are part of the journey. I remember times when I stayed inside all day. I felt trapped. I felt tired. I felt lost. But when I walked outside, even for 5 minutes, everything changed. My mood lifted. My energy grew. My hope returned. The same is true for English. If you hide, if you never use it, you feel stuck. But when you try, even for a few minutes, everything changes. You feel alive. You feel strong. I walk and I see people talking. Some laugh. Some argue. Some whisper. And I think about English again. Language is everywhere. Language is life. Every conversation outside is proof. Every voice is connection. And I tell myself, I can be part of this. I can join. I can speak. That thought makes me brave. That thought makes me ready. I look at my feet. Step by step. Left. Right. Left. Right. Simple. Repeated. But this is how we move. This is how we arrive. The same with English. Word by word. Sentence by sentence. Step by step. Simple. Repeated. But powerful. That is how you move forward. That is how you become fluent. Walking also gives me gratitude. I think, I can walk. I can see. I can breathe. Not everyone can. But I can. That thought makes me thankful. That thought makes me smile. Gratitude gives me peace. Gratitude gives me strength. And gratitude makes English learning lighter too. Instead of saying, I am not good enough, you can say, I am thankful I can learn. I am thankful I can practice. Gratitude turns pressure into joy. I finish my walk. I come back to the door. My body feels awake. My heart feels calm. My mind feels clear. I walked outside, and it changed me. Simple, ordinary, boring, but powerful. The same will happen with English. Go outside your comfort zone. Step into the world of practice. It may look boring. It may feel small, but it will change you. So tomorrow, open the door. Take one step, then another. Walk outside. Feel the air. See the world. And as you walk, say one English sentence. Say, I walk outside. Then smile. Then repeat. Add more words each day. Soon you will not only walk outside, you will walk into a new life with English. Chapter 9. I work. After my walk, I sit down to work. Work is not always exciting. Work is not always fun. But work is necessary. Work builds life. Work builds dreams. Work builds confidence. Without work, nothing grows. Without work, nothing changes. Work is the bridge between your today and your tomorrow. I sit at a desk. I look at the papers. I look at the screen. I type. I read. I write. The tasks are simple. The tasks are boring. But each task is a stone. Each task is part of the road. Together, these stones build a path. That path leads to my goals. That path leads to my dreams. Work teaches me discipline. It teaches me patience. It teaches me strength. Sometimes I do not want to work. Sometimes I feel tired. Sometimes I want to stop. But I remind myself, this is important. And I continue. That is where success lives. Success lives not in big moments, but in small daily work. The same with English. It is not one big lesson that makes you fluent. It is daily practice. It is boring repetition. It is small effort every day. I type one word, then another. Slowly, they become sentences. Slowly, they become ideas. Slowly, they become results. That is how English works too. One word, then another, then a sentence, then a conversation. Slowly it grows. Slowly, you improve. You do not see it every day, but when you look back after weeks, after months, you see the difference. Sometimes my work is difficult. I face problems. I face challenges. I make mistakes. I feel stuck. But those moments are teachers. They show me where I must grow. They show me where I must learn. Work without challenge is not real work. English without mistakes is not real learning. Do not be afraid of problems. Do not be afraid of mistakes. They are part of the process. They make you stronger. I look around my workspace. Maybe it is not big. Maybe it is not perfect. But it is mine. It is where I focus. It is where I create. The place does not matter. The effort matters. Some people wait for the perfect place, the perfect tools, the perfect moment. But perfection never comes. You must start with what you have. You must work with what is in front of you. The same is true with English. Do not wait for the perfect teacher. Do not wait for the perfect time. Start now. Practice with what you have. Use the words you know. Build from there. Work also teaches me humility. No one claps when I finish a small task. No one sees the hours. No one praises the boring effort. But I know what I have done. I know the power of my discipline. And that is enough. English will feel the same. People may not notice your small progress. People may not clap when you say a simple sentence. But you feel the difference. You feel the growth. And that is enough. I remember times when I avoided work. I wanted only comfort. I wanted only fun. But that comfort was empty. That fun was short. In the end, I felt weak. In the end, I felt lost. But when I worked, I felt strong. I felt clear. I felt alive. Work is not a punishment. Work is a gift. It gives you strength. It gives you pride. It gives you a future. I also remember times when I worked with joy. Times when I loved what I was doing. In those moments, work did not feel like work. It felt like play. That is the highest level. That is where you want to reach with English. At first, it feels like work. At first, it feels heavy. But one day it feels like play. One day it feels like joy. One day, it feels natural. And that day will come if you keep working. I finish one task. Then another. Slowly, the list becomes smaller. Slowly, the day moves forward. At the end, I feel proud. Not because it was fun. Not because it was easy. But because I did it. Because I showed up. Because I worked. That is pride. That is strength. So tomorrow, when you sit down to work, remember this. Work is not only about money. Work is not only about tasks. Work is about building yourself. Work is about growing into who you want to be. And when you practice English, see it as work. Respect it. Give time to it. Even if it feels boring. Even if it feels small. It is not small. It is the road. It is the bridge. It is your path to the life you dream of. I work and I grow. I work and I change. I work and I build my future. Simple, ordinary, boring, but powerful. That is the truth of work. And that is the truth of English learning too. Chapter 10. I rest. After I work, I feel tired. My body feels heavy. My mind feels full. I know I must stop. I know I must rest. Many people think rest is weak. Many people think rest is lazy. But that is not true. Rest is not weakness. Rest is strength. Rest is the secret that gives power back to the body and to the mind. I close my eyes for a moment. I breathe slowly. I let my shoulders relax. I let my thoughts slow down. I give myself permission to stop. This permission is important. Without it, I would break. Without it, I would lose balance. Without it, I would lose focus. The same is true in learning English. If you study without rest, your brain becomes tired. Your mind becomes heavy. You forget more than you learn. But if you rest, the words stay. The sentences stay. The knowledge becomes part of you. I lie down for a few minutes. I do not need hours. I do not need a bed. Sometimes I just close my eyes in a chair. Sometimes I just sit quietly. Rest does not mean doing nothing. Rest means recharging. It means filling the energy again. It means preparing for the next step. That is why rest is powerful. I think about how nature rests too. The sun sets. The moon rises. Even the earth rests. The flowers close. The animals sleep. Rest is part of life. Rest is part of growth. A tree does not grow only in sunlight. It also grows in the dark. It also grows in silence. You are the same. Your English is the same. Growth happens not only when you practice, but also when you rest. I feel my heart slow down. I feel peace. In this moment, I am not rushing. In this moment, I am not fighting. I am simply being. And that is enough. That is powerful. Many learners push themselves too hard. They want results too fast. They get angry when progress is slow. But slow is not bad. Rest is not bad. Slow and rest are part of the journey. They give balance. They give strength. I remember times when I did not rest. I worked without stopping. I studied without stopping. At first, I felt proud. At first, I felt strong. But then I fell. My energy was gone. My mind was empty. I had no motivation left. That was the lesson. Without rest, even strong people break. With rest, even weak people rise. I smile as I rest. I say to myself, you are allowed. You are safe. You are growing. These words make me calm. These words make me happy. You can say them too. Tell yourself, rest is not failure. Rest is growth. When you sleep, your brain organizes everything. When you pause, your mind becomes clear. That is why you often wake up with answers. That is why you often feel fresh after a short nap. Rest works in silence. I think about English again. Imagine you learn 10 new words. You study them for hours without pause. Tomorrow you forget most of them. But if you study 5 words, then rest, tomorrow you remember. That is the power of rest. It gives your brain time to connect. It gives your brain time to store. It gives your brain time to grow. Rest also teaches humility. It reminds me that I am not a machine. I am human. I need balance. I need care. I need love. And that love starts with myself. When I rest, I show myself love. When I rest, I respect myself. You must do the same. Love yourself enough to rest. Respect yourself enough to stop. Growth will come faster when you care for yourself. I close my eyes again. I feel gratitude. Gratitude for this moment. Gratitude for this peace. Gratitude for this chance to recharge. Gratitude turns rest into joy. Gratitude makes me feel alive. Gratitude makes me stronger. After a while, I open my eyes. I feel lighter. I feel calmer. I feel ready again.
Belle, don't forget to subscribe channel Basic English Story and turn on notifications.
Rest has given me back my power. Now I can continue. Now I can move forward. That is why I never see rest as waste. I see rest as investment. I see rest as growth. So tomorrow, when you feel tired, do not fight it. Do not call yourself lazy. Do not feel guilty. Rest. Close your eyes. Breathe. Smile. Say to yourself, this is part of my journey. And when you wake again, You will be stronger. You will be ready. You will be proud. I rest and I grow. I rest and I recharge. I rest and I become new. This is not weakness. This is strength. Respect the boring. Respect the simple. Respect rest. Because rest is not the end of the work. Rest is part of the work. Rest is what makes everything possible. Chapter 11. I come home. After a long day, I walk back. My body feels tired. My mind feels heavy. But my heart feels calm because I know I am going home. Home is more than a place. Home is safety. Home is peace. Home is where I can rest and be myself. When I step inside, I feel different. The noise of the outside world fades away. The door closes, and I breathe deeply. I am home. Coming home is not just walking into a house. It is a moment of change. Outside is busy. Outside is pressure. Outside is full of demands. But home is soft. Home is quiet. Home is healing. When I return home, I feel like life is giving me another chance to start again. I feel like the world is telling me, rest now. You did enough. You are safe. I put my bag down. I take off my shoes. These small actions feel like I am leaving my stress behind. The shoes carried me through the day. The bag carried my work. But now I let them go. Now I am free. And this freedom is important. You must have a place, even inside yourself, where you can let go. You cannot carry the weight of the world all the time. You must release it. Home teaches me balance. It teaches me that I am not only a worker. I am not only a student. I am not only what people expect me to be. At home, I am just me. Simple, ordinary, real. And this is a powerful reminder. Because sometimes in life, we forget ourselves. We chase too much. We run too fast. But when we come home, we remember. We remember who we are. We remember that simple is enough. I sit for a moment. I feel the walls around me. I feel the quiet. Maybe I hear the sound of family. Maybe I hear silence. Both are good. Both are healing. Because home is not about size. Home is not about design. Home is about feeling safe. Home is about feeling loved. And when you feel safe, when you feel loved, you grow faster. Even your English grows faster when you are at peace. I think about people who have no place to call home. My heart feels soft for them. Because I know how heavy the world feels when you have no place to rest. That thought makes me grateful. Grateful for my home. Grateful for the chance to return every day. Gratitude makes me see how rich I am, not in money, but in peace. Gratitude reminds me not to take small things for granted. When I come home, I also think of English again. Coming home is like returning to practice. The world outside is full of fast words. People speak quickly. It feels too much. But when you practice alone, at home, you can slow down. You can repeat. You can feel safe with your mistakes. Home is the best classroom. The mirror becomes your teacher. Your room becomes your practice stage. And you grow. I remember when I first started learning. I felt shy outside. I felt nervous to speak with strangers. But at home, I practiced freely. I talked to myself. I wrote in my notebook. I repeated sentences again and again. And little by little, my home gave me courage to go back outside with more confidence. That is why I say, your home is not just a place to sleep. Your home is also the place where your English can be born. I look around my home. Maybe it is simple. Maybe it is not perfect. But it is mine. And that is enough. I do not need everything. I do not need luxury. I only need peace. That peace gives me energy to face the world tomorrow. That peace gives me motivation to keep learning. Sometimes when I return home, I feel emotional. I think of the journey of the day, the wins, the losses, the smiles, the struggles. All of them are part of me now, and my home accepts me with all of it. My home does not judge. My home does not ask. My home just gives me space. That is love. That is strength. So when you come home today, do not just open the door and forget. Feel it. Feel the safety. Feel the peace. Feel the gratitude. Tell yourself, this is my place. This is my peace. This is my gift. Then, add one English sentence. Say, I come home. The next day, say more. I come home. I feel safe. After a week, you will already be stronger. After a month, you will feel proud. I come home, and I find peace. I come home, and I find balance. I come home, and I find myself. Simple, ordinary, boring, but powerful. Respect the small routines. Respect the boring routines, because they carry the power to build your future. Chapter 12. I sleep. The day is ending. The light fades. The body feels tired. The mind feels full. It is time to stop. It is time to let go. It is time to sleep. Sleep is not only rest. Sleep is healing. Sleep is growth. Sleep is preparation for tomorrow. I lie down on my bed. The pillow is soft. The blanket is warm. I close my eyes. I breathe deeply. My body begins to relax. My thoughts begin to slow. I feel peace. I feel safe. I feel ready to let the day go. This moment is simple. This moment is ordinary. But it is powerful. When I sleep, my body repairs itself. My muscles rest. My heart slows. My brain organizes everything. The problems of the day slowly fade. The mistakes of the day slowly fade. Sleep washes them away. Tomorrow, I will start new. Tomorrow, I will wake again with another chance. That is the gift of sleep. It gives you a fresh beginning every day. Some people fight sleep. They stay awake with their phones. They watch too much. They think too much. But without sleep, they wake up weak. They wake up heavy. They wake up lost. Sleep is not waste. Sleep is power. Sleep is energy. If you respect sleep, it will give you strength. If you ignore it, it will take your strength away. I think about English again. Learning English is also like sleep. Sometimes you feel you are not growing. Sometimes you feel nothing is happening. But deep inside, your brain is working. Deep inside, your brain is building connections. When you repeat a sentence in the day, your brain keeps it at night. When you listen in the day, your brain remembers it in sleep. That is why sleep learning works. That is why simple routines work. Even when you rest, you grow. I turn on my side. I close my eyes tighter. I imagine tomorrow. I imagine myself stronger. I imagine myself speaking better. These thoughts make me smile. These thoughts give me hope. When you go to sleep, give yourself hope. Say, tomorrow I will be better. Tomorrow I will be stronger. Tomorrow I will speak more. This hope will give you sweet dreams. This hope will give you courage. I remember nights when I could not sleep. My mind was too loud. My heart was too heavy. Those nights were hard. But even in those nights, I learned something. I learned that rest will always come. Even if late, it will come. The same is true with English. Progress may be slow. Confidence may take time. But it will come. It will always come. I love the silence of the night. I love the calm of the dark. It feels like the world is resting with me. It feels like the stars are watching over me. In that silence, I find peace. In that silence, I feel small but safe. And this peace gives me strength for tomorrow. As I fall deeper into sleep, I realized something important. Sleep is trust. When you sleep, you trust that tomorrow will come. You trust that the sun will rise again. You trust that you will open your eyes again. In the same way, learning English is trust. You trust that practice will lead to fluency. You trust that small steps will lead to big results. You trust that your journey is worth it. Without trust, you give up. With trust, you keep going. I let go of the day. I let go of my worries. I let go of my mistakes. I say to myself, it is done. It is finished. It is time to rest. This is powerful. You do not need to carry everything forever. You can let go. You can begin again tomorrow. This is the lesson of sleep. This is the lesson of life. So tonight, when you lie down, do not just sleep. Feel it. Respect it. Smile. Say, I sleep. I heal. I grow. Then close your eyes. Let your body rest. Let your mind rest. Let your dreams carry you forward. And tomorrow, you will rise again. Stronger. Braver. Better. I sleep and I heal. I sleep and I grow. I sleep and I prepare for a new day. Simple. Quiet. Boring. But powerful. That is the truth. That is the gift. And now, my friend, the routine is complete. You woke up. You brushed. You washed. You drank. You sat. You smiled. You ate. You walked. You worked. You rested. You came home. You slept. Each step was small. Each step was simple. Each step was boring. But together, they were powerful. Together, they were life. This is not just about daily actions. This is about building discipline. This is about building confidence. This is about building your English and building your future. You now see the secret. Boring is not weak. Boring is strong. Boring is what creates fluency. Boring is what creates success.
Whether you're starting your English journey or improving your skills, our stories will help you understand English naturally. Listen, read along, and enjoy learning every day. Glowing Star. Bell, don't forget to subscribe channel Basic English Story and turn on notifications.